It was just a small, broken bird lying near the sidewalk, its wings trembling, its tiny body barely moving. Cars rushed past. People walked by without noticing. For a moment, he hesitated. He was late. His mom was waiting. And yet, something about the way that little bird struggled to breathe made his chest tighten. He didn't know it then, but the choice he made in that moment would change his life by the very next morning. Before we begin, take a second to subscribe, like, and share your thoughts in the comments. Welcome to Kindness Story Hub, where small acts of kindness turn into powerful stories that stay with you long after they end. Ethan was 12 years old, living in a quiet suburban neighborhood where not much ever changed. His days were simple: school, homework, video games, and the occasional bike ride around the block. That afternoon, the sky was gray, and the air smelled like rain. Ethan had just finished school and was walking home, kicking a small pebble along the pavement, thinking about a math test he probably didn't do well on. That's when he saw the bird. It was a small sparrow, lying on the edge of the sidewalk. One of its wings was bent awkwardly, and its feathers were ruffled like it had been caught in something or hit by something. Ethan slowed down. A group of older kids walked past it, laughing, barely glancing down. A woman pushing a stroller stepped around it. Life moved on like the bird didn't exist. Ethan stood there, unsure. What am I supposed to do? He whispered to himself. He looked at his watch. His mom had told him not to be late. He imagined her standing by the window, worried. He thought about how fragile the bird looked, like it wouldn't last much longer. He took a step forward, then stopped, and then, quietly, he turned back. Okay, he said softly, kneeling down. I'll help you. He gently took off his hoodie and wrapped it around the bird, careful not to hurt its injured wing. The bird flinched at first, but then it went still, as if it understood it was safe. Ethan held it close to his chest, feeling its tiny heartbeat fluttering like a fragile drum. He ran the rest of the way home. When he burst through the front door, his mom looked surprised. Ethan? What happened? I found this bird, he said, slightly out of breath. It's hurt. Can we help it? His mom stepped closer, her expression softening when she saw the little creature tucked inside the hoodie. Oh, honey, she said. Let's see what we can do. They placed the bird in a small cardboard box lined with an old towel. Ethan fetched a bottle cap and filled it with water. His mom searched online for what to do with an injured bird. It might have a broken wing, she said. We can keep it warm and safe for now. Tomorrow, we can call a wildlife rescue. Ethan nodded, sitting beside the box, watching the bird carefully. What if it doesn't make it? He asked quietly. His mom placed a hand on his shoulder. Then at least it won't be alone. That night, Ethan didn't play video games. He didn't watch TV. He sat beside the box, whispering to the bird, as if his voice could somehow comfort it. You're gonna be okay, he said. I promise. Before going to bed, he checked on it one last time. The bird's breathing was steadier now. It had even lifted its head slightly. Ethan smiled. Good night, little guy, he said softly, but sleep didn't come easily. Something about the day stayed with him. The moment he almost walked away, the feeling of choosing not to. He didn't realize it, but something inside him had shifted. The next morning, everything felt different. Ethan woke up earlier than usual. Sunlight poured through his window, brighter than it had in days. For a moment, he thought it was just a normal morning. Then he remembered the bird. He rushed downstairs. The box was still there, sitting on the kitchen table. His mom was already awake, sipping coffee. Well, she said with a gentle smile. Go check. Ethan stepped closer, his heart pounding. He slowly looked inside the box. The bird was standing, not lying down. Not trembling, standing. Its feathers looked smoother now, its eyes brighter. It tilted its head as Ethan leaned closer, almost as if it recognized him. No way, Ethan whispered. His mom walked over. That's a good sign, she said. Maybe it just needed rest. Ethan carefully reached his hand into the box. The bird didn't flinch this time. Instead, it hopped onto his finger, light as a feather. He laughed, a soft, surprised laugh. Mom, look. I see, she said, smiling. Looks like someone's feeling better. Ethan carried the bird outside to the backyard. The air was fresh, the sky clear and blue. He hesitated. What if it can't fly? He asked. His mom stood beside him. Only one way to find out. Ethan took a deep breath and lifted his hand. For a second, nothing happened. Then the bird spread its wings and flew not far, just to a nearby fence. But it flew. Ethan's face lit up with pure joy. It did it, he shouted. It actually did it. The bird sat on the fence for a moment, looking back at him, and then it chirped. A clear, bright sound that echoed in the quiet morning air. Before Ethan could say anything else, the bird took off again, soaring higher this time, disappearing into the sky. Ethan stood there, staring up, his heart full. I can't believe it, he said. His mom looked at him. You gave it a chance, she said. That's all it needed. Ethan nodded slowly, but something still felt different. It wasn't just about the bird. As he walked to school later that day, he noticed things he hadn't before. A classmate sitting alone at lunch. A neighbor struggling to carry groceries. A younger kid being teased by others, and for the first time, he didn't just see these moments. He felt them that afternoon. Instead of going straight home, Ethan helped his neighbor carry her bags. The next day, he sat with the quiet classmate. A few days later, he stood up for the younger kid. Each time, it felt right, not big. Not heroic, just right. A week later, something unexpected happened. Ethan's teacher asked the class to write about a moment that changed them. While others wrote about vacations or birthdays, Ethan wrote about the bird. He wrote about how close he came to walking away, and how everything changed when he didn't. When the teacher read his story, she paused. This, she said, holding up his paper, is what kindness looks like. Ethan felt his face turn red, but inside, he felt something else. Pride, not the loud, showy kind, the quiet kind that stays with you. That evening, as he sat by his window, Ethan noticed a small bird perched on the tree outside. It chirped once, then flew off into the fading light. He smiled. Maybe it was the same bird, maybe it wasn't, but it didn't matter, because what truly changed wasn't the bird, it was him. Sometimes, the smallest moments, the ones we almost ignore, are the ones that shape who we become. A single choice, a single act of kindness, a moment where you decide not to walk away. Ethan never forgot that day. And neither should we, because kindness doesn't always make headlines. It doesn't always get noticed. But it always matters, and sometimes, it changes everything overnight. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. And remember, your smallest act of kindness today could become someone else's life-changing moment tomorrow.